Hi, I'm Dr. Terry Lyles, and we are with Under Pressure Motorsport, which is our new design team that's coming out. And we're excited. And I've got the drivers and a crew chief here, and we'll have other team members on as we go. And they're in Indianapolis. So I want to be able to share with you kind of what we're doing. So I want to welcome everybody there. Greg Gaskin, you're holding my book, so you're already in. You're a good guy. I see. We went to high school together. We'll get into that in a little bit. We got Mike Bagley. Wave, Mike, there you are. Okay, Bob Sargent, you're there on the other end, and Todd Hill.
Hello.
And yeah, so we're excited to be able to have you guys on. We, being E7 and my company, terrylyles.com, are glad to be sponsoring all three of your cars. And we're excited about the season coming up. We're going to be there in Indy. So welcome to the program, and let's just dialogue a little bit. So you guys all doing well, right?
Doing great.
Better every day.
Look at you, man. Got my book there. Did you read anything on that book, or are you just holding it? I like you holding it, but did you read anything? Or okay, we'll get back to it. He read the back cover.
Bob's doing great, Terry. Bob's doing great.
Perfect. All right, perfect. All right, so Greg, let's start with you and I. We went to high school together, and I met the rest of your guys there, you know, as osmosis from what you're doing on the race team. But, you know, you've been racing for a long time. We were doing this from a long time ago. So I'm just really glad to hook up with you and come back to Indy from Southside and do some really cool things there, especially in the month of May and for the races there. So we'll talk a little bit about that and what that is. So why don't you guys or Greg, maybe you can introduce each of them and how you guys know each other real quick and what we're trying to do this year that's a little different than what we did last year.
Okay, great. This is well, they're all good friends. We'll start out like that. This is Mike Bagley. I've known Mike for probably 40 years.
Yeah, it's been 40.
We've won races the same, different stages, same, and we just kind of got along since we met. Todd is the crew chief. He's been with Mike since I can remember, and then Bob. I always go up and used to watch the Jegs Quick 32 because never could really run fast enough. So I had to work a little bit harder and got to know these guys just by watching the series they run in. And
nice.
Our paths would cross maybe a couple times a year. And, we would hang out and do some cookouts. And they've just been good buddies for a long time.
So there's some healthy competition between you, but you guys are still friends. Is that fair enough to say?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They're beside me. I don't care for them at all.
That's the way you want it, man. Racing is competition.
Well, we could turn off down there and we'd be helping each other on the cars. So that's how it goes.
Nice. Okay, so tell me a little bit about your cars for people that don't understand, racing that much or drag racing at your guys' level. I mean, any of you can chime in. Just give us a little understanding about why your cars.
I'm the oddball of the three. Greg and Bob both run nitrous engines. They're energized by nitrous, mine's supercharged. And we're getting the car together right now. It's all works on a boost thing on a supercharged car. Car's being put together here, supercharger injection system sitting over there to the side. So we're in the process right now of just assembling and trying to get this bad boy on the track.
Nice. So Bob, you're good with your car? Everything looking good?
My car's all ready, but I'm not.
You're not. Well, that's why we're talking, I guess. So this is all good.
I had a little surgery last month. Put me out for about, they said a year, and I said for 3 months, and the doctors got him down to 6. So I see him next Tuesday. I'm going to try to do it in 4 months.
Nice. Well, we'll get it done, man. We'll recover, right? We'll see what happens. Hopefully you can do that. Todd, do you drive or you wrench? If he can't go, are you going to point it straight or?
No, I'm just going to just maintain the cars as always.
Nice. Very good. Very good.
Run the way it needs to run.
All right. So our race in Indy that's coming up, I mean, growing up there, I know it's a big deal there locally, especially. So we're really excited to be a part of the sponsorship and from the clothing side and the car sponsorship side, but also just the awareness. And you guys didn't know this, but I've talked to one of my guys, Doug Herbert. You guys probably know who he is. He's going to be a part of what we're doing. He has a nonprofit organization called Breaks. and it's a safe driving school for kids. And he and I worked together for years ago, and he lost both of his boys to a tragic accident, and he's been gracious enough to be a part of what we're doing. So we're going to have Doug on as well. And I don't know, he may even show up in Indy. So if you guys know who Doug is, I'm sure you do from afar, but he's a great guy. So we're looking forward to bringing some opportunity to people, not only as fans and racers, but also to give back to some of the nonprofits like putonthebrakes.org, which is Doug's organization. So
Sure.
yeah, it's
Sounds
cool.
great.
Yep. So tell me, what are you guys looking forward to this year? Good, bad, and ugly. I mean, what stands out to you?
Good start.
Well, I think I can't wait for all three cars to be at the track at the same time.
Yeah.
And it'll get there. We're just got to get over a couple hurdles.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Bob kind of played that off just a minute ago. He had a little bit of surgery. That was a quadruple bypass, open heart surgery. So
Wow.
That's his little surgery that he had.
Okay. Yeah. Well, maybe.
But he's doing great. He's doing great.
Yeah. Well, I'm just glad you're doing well, and I'm sure you'll be okay as long as the doctors clear you. And if they don't, we won't tell anybody. You make that decision, but hopefully you'll be good to go.
My license expires this month. They have to sign it. They won't sign it. If my license were good, I'd go ahead and run.
Right. Yeah, and we want to be safe, obviously, and take care of that. But yeah, we're just really excited to see the season take place. I'll be there with the IndyCar series, so I'm looking forward to kind of double shifting with you guys and being a part of this, and just helping you guys, hopefully, just a little bit, just do that at a higher level, because a team is a team. We're just sponsors between E7 and myself with TerryLyles.com, but we're all a team. We want to bring exposure to what you're doing and kind of the coolness to what you're doing, especially there in Indy, as well as nationally and internationally with our social media platform that Christy's going to help us on. So just give me some ideas on when the race season's starting and kind of what you see happening, and how many races are you guys going to try to do?
Go ahead, Mike. Okay, well, we'll start this. First of all, I want to thank Richie Crampton. He's the one who finished up welding and putting this car together, so I get it back here. Hats off to him. He did an awesome job on the car, as usual. I was told he would, and he will. And if you don't know who Richie Crampton is, he's Ran Top Fuel. Just super guy. With that being said, my engine builder, we're getting real close to getting the short block done. He also had a death in his family last week, so that set him back a little bit. Prayers to him and his family. That's Kerry Graham's of Graham's Racing Engines. But with that being said, if we get everything together, a lot of people have a lot of faith in Todd and myself, said that when this car comes out, we should be able to run this 450 index, and we should be knocking on the door of the 450. So pretty good with tuning it. Again, the engine's components that we've used in the past and other dragsters and the Corvette. So hoping to come out and just be knocking right at the door of the #1 qualifier.
Nice. And your first race, is that going to be Indy, or is there a race
I'm doing my
before
best
Indy?
to get this done. I'd say the only holdback would be wherever we're at with the engine. And again, I'm not going to push him. I mean,
Yeah, sure.
Life's far more important than us going racing, and I think we've seen that all over the last year.
Absolutely. Yeah, with COVID and everything that's happened over the past year, I mean, we've all kind of been in a vacuum trying to figure out how we're doing what we're doing. But we'll also, with Christy's help as our marketing director, post out the scheduling with this, that people can see where you guys are going to be racing, which races you're going to, and begin to follow. So if you see this, it'll be on my YouTube page. You like and share and subscribe, and we'll keep you updated on information. And we'll have merchandise as well that people can pick up, because we've got some really cool things that Marcia, my wife, has been working very hard on, and we're really excited to get those products to you guys on your cars, and look for a great season. So give me a little bit of idea from each of you, something interesting about you that someone may not know. I mean, why do you race?
Go ahead, Bob. Why do I race?
Yeah.
Well, you can be on the side of my car. It's not a hobby. It's a way of life.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what we all do for relaxation. I know it's nuts. For example, last year, Mike sold his Corvette. He said, "Bob, bring your car down." Well, I brought it down. The next thing you know, the thing was completely stripped. and they put this thing together in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and it was done.
Wow.
So they done.
Twice.
Yeah, well, twice.
Twice.
We had a fire last
Hey,
year.
again, a little fire, kind of like his
Just a
little
little.
surgery.
Yeah.
Who had a fire? What happened?
Bob had a fire last year
Yeah.
and worked his fire suit pretty good. So it
I
does.
hate when that happens, but I'm glad you had a fire suit on, but
Yeah, but these
Go.
guys, we're close knit. This situation, I live around the corner from Mike. Mike needs some. He'll help me. I'll help them. And I couldn't race without these guys because I am not a mechanic. I'm
Wow,
lucky to
awesome.
drive. So
yeah.
very thankful for them as my friends. That's the only way my car goes down. In fact, Mike drove my car last year to finish up the season because I couldn't.
Wow. Yeah, that's a cool thing. So, I hear your passion and, anybody that's doing anything like this, I mean, that's what it comes down to is why do you do what you do? Todd, a little bit about you. So,
I've been doing it for several years, many years. And I think the best thing I could say is I really enjoy building something that's got that much power and watching it go.
right.
And it's self-gratifying. I love it to death. Wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, good. All right, what else, guys?
Gregory?
Oh, well,
Any of you? There's only two
I
of
tell
you
you
left. So draw straws, man.
I think the reason I still,
Yeah.
I just love the sport. I love the people. It's like another family.
That's true.
I just love being around the sport and the family.
Gotcha.
So I don't know. I've just been hooked ever since the first time I went down a drag strip. It's kind of
This
hard
was
to
a long time ago, illegally.
Well, exactly. And I'm just glad I did go around an exit ramp and get like that.
Exactly.
I think you understand that one, Doc.
I do. Hey, we all started illegally and we just try to keep it legal as much as possible to track, but that's because we're all kind of the same dispensation. So that's all a good thing. So no, it's all good. Yeah, that's fun. All right. Next.
Okay, my passion for racing. I was about 20 years old, went up to Bunker Hill Drag Strip one night just to watch. Had street cars, and that hooked me that night. So I've been racing for, well, even last year.
A long time.
Yeah, it's as long as we've been friends, so probably 42, 43 years.
Wow.
But I quit last year, had a little back problem, and I thought, okay, this is done. I'll help Bob out and everything else. Well, here it is. About 1 year ago to this date that I sold the Corvette. It went out west. Got another car sitting back here, brand new 2021 Joe Barsh car back here. And so I'll never quit till the day I die.
That's
They'll have to
awesome.
keep me out of a car. So I just love it. I love the people I'm with. And they're as good as gold.
That's good. Well, and that's why, we're excited to be sponsoring with you guys because, we love racing. I mean, anybody that grew up there, if you didn't like racing, that's understandable, but not really, because there's just so much that goes on there around the racing world. So we're always excited. And I remember the first race I took Marsha, my wife, to was the Indy 500, 2015. And she was on Broadway as the Cheetah and Lion King, performs, dances, sings. And we're on pit lane and we're getting ready to strap up our guys with all the technology. And she looks at me and she goes, "I'm so nervous. I think I can throw up." I'm like, "What are you talking about? You've been on stage your whole life." It's a different thing if you're not used to it. So
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
You talk about throwing up and all that. It's fun because the adrenaline just builds up. And I'm sure you guys do the same thing. I'll sit in my car, and when I'm sitting there waiting and we're 3 or 4 cars back from firing up, that adrenaline is just pumping. As soon as you hit that ignition switch, everything goes into a different mode. You're in your own office. Anything goes away, and you're just there to look straight ahead and react.
Absolutely. Well, that's the power of it is just, that's, Greg's holding my book, Performance Under Pressure. I mean, that's what I do with fighter pilots and other drivers and performers is just knowing how to take those nerves, which we all have, which is cortisol, stress hormone that runs in our bodies. But how do you control that? So it's kind of like fuel. If you take fuel and you don't put it in a tank, it's volatile. You have to control fuel. You know, when you put it in a tank and it's combustible and you can control that burst, I mean, you're good. It's just when it's uncontrollable. So that's some really cool things we'll be talking about as the season goes. How do you guys do this? What is your mind, your body, your thoughts, all those kind of things? That's really exciting that the average person may not know what goes on when you're strapped in that car. And even though you're just there for a few seconds,
You make a lot of decisions in just a few seconds, a lot.
yes, absolutely. It's different than driving a street car.
And then, you know, you were talking control. We do have problems every now and then keeping this one under control. But if you keep him focused, he's awesome.
Yeah, that's good. Well, that's something we'll have fun with. So maybe you guys can do a 2-seater together. You can figure out who sits in the front and who sits in the back. I don't know.
I'll have to be driving. I have to drive.
That's all of you guys. That's the problem. Everybody's got to drive, man. That's good. Well, I'm going to have Christy put up the information. Christy Gaskin, she's our marketing director. So she's going to be tagging this, putting out on social media. So again, this will be up on my YouTube site, just under Terry Lyles with YouTube. Just like, share, subscribe, follow us. We're going to have a great season. I'm really excited about coming to Indy to be with you guys. And I can't wait to see the cars and the clothing. And we need some great picks. The website's being built as we speak. So we're really excited about getting the season started. Anything else you guys want to say before we go? But I'm really excited to have all of you here on the show, Performance Under Pressure, and looking forward to meeting all you guys in person coming up this year.
Well, I just want to touch base as soon as Mike gets his car done, okay?
Yep.
And we get all the decals and logos on all three. We're going to do a photo shoot somewhere. And I think you're familiar with Garfield Park.
Yes.
They got the real nice garden, the flower garden there, maybe as a background. So kind of looking forward to that. Keep you posted. Maybe get a hold of the paper, let them know we're down there.
Yep. Yeah, and we'll do that together. We'll make sure that people see that, and we'll get that out. And just really excited to get there, at least in May for sure. I'm trying to get there.
I was going to say, we might even get it set up for May.
Yeah, that would work.
You know, while you guys are in town and
Yes,
be
right.
part of the photo shoot.
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, I love Garfield Park. I used to wax my car in there every week, you know.
I know you did.
Yeah, it was a fun place to go. So thank you guys for being on today. Look forward to the next opportunity. Christy will get this out on our presence on social media. So thank all of you. Stay healthy. Everybody grow, learn, get your cars ready. Let's go racing soon, okay?
Hey, next time, let's maybe we could get into detail just what goes through your mind, like to the water, to stage it, to go down the track, and then to get it shut down safely. I never really thought about it. There's a lot goes on in there.
Oh no, I think that's a great piece. And, you know, that's a lot of what, you know, I do with other drivers and other series, including Doug Herbert back in the day. You know, it's just, what is really going through your mind? What is your emotions doing? What is your breathing rate doing? And how do you monitor that? And that's what our technology system does. I have a Lyles chip that we actually utilize to train drivers and pilots, fighter pilots, F-18 and 22 Raptor pilots. So we watch what they do under pressure, pulling 9 Gs. And
I don't think ours is quite that much, no.
Well, no, it depends on the speed, but you guys, you'd be surprised. I mean, I know Doug Herbert was sitting on like 8,000 horsepower, and he'd pull about 7 Gs with an 8G D cell. So it just happens in moments, but it's still a lot of pressure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so Greg, we'll do that. Remind me, let's do that next time. Let's get into what happens, like you say, from the water to the line, to the light, to the finish. That's a great program.
Yeah, it'd be interesting just to hear what these guys are thinking about when they're going down the track.
You see, he's already getting in your guy's head. This is how he wins. You know, this is what he's doing. So,
like he said, remember he said something about he was going to have to interview me. He can't get in his head. There's something in.
Lovely book, Doc.
Yeah,
Lovely book.
That's what she said. Yeah, man. All good.
All
right, thanks, guys, for being on. Really appreciate you guys today. We're going to do this again soon. Look forward to getting all your clothes to you.
All right,
Take care, Doc. Be good, buddy.
Take care. All right. Ciao.